This is game number 1 of this best of 5. King Sejong Station going to be starting off this second semi-final for us. It's some ZvZ. It is going to be a lot of fun. And of course, the winner of this goes on into the finals to take on Hantipen, the Terran. So it's a guaranteed TVZ finals. And spawning down in the bottom right hand position, we have got the red Zerg representing Vortex. It is Ideaus. And his opponent up to the top left, the orange Zerg. Also playing for Vortex, it is Kajji. So, Kajji versus Ideaus. Ideaus is, of course, opening very similar to Kajji at the moment. Neither player opting for anything too crazy. Both are just chilling here, getting down some drones. ZvZ an intense matchup where what can look like safe normal times can quickly become devastating speedling, bailing, run-bys, or things like that. So you've always got to be on your guard in ZvZ. Even as a caster, because as a caster you can be like, oh, they're just droning, everything's fine. Oh, it's a 15 pool, everything's fine. And then suddenly one person's decided they're going to make 30 Zerglings and just run at their opponent and hope for the best. And it's not even hoping for the best, because quite often it can work really damn well. And that's because if your opponent isn't expecting it, well, you can run into a lot of problems. Anyway, not too much going on. Natural base is coming down on both sides. Kajji getting a very minor advantage in terms of that natural base timing, about 8 seconds. So it is small, but small things can be very great. Still waiting to see if we're going to get any more variation. It's still not guaranteed to be completely safe. There's no gases, so it's probably just going to be very economically focused with the gases opening on both sides. Both players simultaneously scouting that their opponents have made a natural base, and that's going to be reassuring to both. Seeing your opponent getting a natural when you have yourself is a bit like a nice little comforter, just like, oh, I'm not going to die anytime soon. That's awesome. But you've always got to be concerned, because until the Overlord, if an Overlord gets in the main and sees there's no gas, you don't know whether it's just an expansion into a mass speedling opening. And that would not mean that you weren't going to die anytime soon. Both players, though, looking to be relatively confident. The one gas for Ideaus is the biggest variation. We do also have 4 Lings coming down at the moment for Kajji. That's up against the 2 for Ideaus at the moment. Could be a small little win if these 4 Lings are able to engage equally, but hey, it's a bit of a long shot, if I'm honest. They should just avoid each other quite happily, as they have done. First 100 gas nearly in for Ideaus, and if he grabs down Zergling speed, that's when things can get a bit scary. No sign of it yet, though. Kajji not even going for a assimilator yet. Oh, sorry, the extractor yet, just waiting. No gases. Full scout coming down from both sides. Kajji, of course, looking for some damage if possible, but with the queen popping out, I don't think he's going to be able to achieve too much. Best thing you're going to see is the fact that the Ling's speed is on its way and drones were still in gas. So that generally indicates that you're going to be seeing some kind of bailing playing right on cue. There we go. There's the bailing nest from Ideaus. Kajji just waiting at the moment to move on forward. Of course, Kajji is a Dutch player. Everyone else in the semi-finals were Norwegian. So he is the foreign hope. Waiting to see when these two start going. Bailing nest half done. Zergling speed nearly finished. Ideaus adding in a lot more of these Zerglings. Going to be looking to get very aggressive here. Kajji just trying to force them back at the moment. He's got a couple of Lings out. Where are all of the Lings? Okay, here they come. Ideaus waiting around. Waiting to see the engagement come on through. There's a lot more Lings. This is very aggressive from Ideaus. Kajji adding in the roach one. He's got the double evolution chamber there as well, creating a nice little blocking wall. The first Ling's waiting. Zergling speed not quite finished yet. This Overlord for Ideaus has been really helpful, seeing that there are a couple of Zerglings there. Sending just a few Lings of his own in order to come and deal with this. Trying to hide some of that vision. Running, avoiding, or was avoiding that Overlord. Decides against it in the end though and just says, let's go! And off he goes. A couple of Lings coming in defensively. Of course, no Banelings though. The downside of King Sejong Station to wall off like this is that this extractor means there's 2 gaps in the wall. You need to bring 2 queens in order to completely wall it off. Spine Crawler's on its way as well. A lot of Banelings, though, morphing on through. We need some Roaches here for Kajji. Ideaus waiting, patiently, preparing those Banelings. He's got 10 morphing in. This is a massive commitment from him. He's taking a third behind it, though. So not completely all in. First couple of Roaches in production. First few Lings, though, coming on up. The Queen's trying to get in a nice position. Are the Banelings going to go for this yet? No, they're happy to wait for now. The first Queen is about to get taken down. That, of course, allows those Lings to start streaming on through. The Banelings coming on forward. A couple detonate onto the Queens. They need to take those down. The Spines are in a rough spot as well. The Banelings still waiting to go through. Big Baneling detonations. And with that, GG is called. Ideaus is going to take game number 1 of this best of 5.